Subsequently, on 31st of March 2010, the company entered into a share sale letter agreement to dispose of its investment in the joint venture company for a consideration of 4.14 billion ringgit or 1.2 billion US dollars, and the consideration is payable to the company through the creation of indebtedness in favor of the company via the issuance of notes receivable, which are the Murabahah notes. Okay? So it's very clearly stated here that the transaction took place on the last day of the financial report. Okay? 31st of March 2010, stated in the financial accounts. But based on some of the documents that turned up in Sarawak Report, okay, there was an email discussion on the share sale and Murabahah notes on the 4th of May 2010. This is 4th of May. This is a letter from email from Patrick Mahoney to Project Uganda. Project Uganda was a discussion over the UBG where it involved Jolo, it involved the 1MDB officials like Nick Faisal and so on. Okay, where they shared and discussed the following documents: Murabahah loan agreement, PetroSaudi letter of guarantee, as well as a letter of agreement between PetroSaudi and 1MDB. This discussion was after the agreement was purportedly signed. Okay, now next document is even more incriminating. The next document is a notice of drawing. It means 1MDB PetroSaudi asking for more money from 1MDB. Okay, basically 1MDB PetroSaudi asking for more loan. They already borrowed 1.2 billion. 1MDB PetroSaudi subsequently asked for more from 1MDB, which is why it's called a notice of drawing. And it referred, this particular document referred to Murabahah financing agreement dated 14th of June 2010. Now, that means the agreement, Murabahah financing agreement, was only signed on 14th of June. So the question now is, auditors will surely have seen these documents. The fact that the agreement was only signed on 14th of June. The fact that the entire discussion of the Murabahah financing was after the financial year, 31st of March. How is it that they can sign off an account which states that the Murabahah financing agreement was signed or the transaction took place on 31st of March 2010? This is a very, very serious discrepancy, okay, as stated in my statement. Okay. There is no question that KPMG would have had complete access to the JV agreement and all the relevant materials which were completed before 31st of March 2010 to arrive at its full report. The apparent attempt to hide this information, okay, missing the word attempt, to hide this information from the financial statements, and the failure to red flag the above transactions meant that KPMG would have failed their duty to protect the interests of the government and the Malaysian public at large. To protect the integrity and independence of the International Chartered Accountants, KPMG must declare its role in the PetroSaudi scandal, and if there has been omission and negligence, intentional or otherwise, in its audit of 1MDB. The failure to do so would necessitate an investigation over its conduct by the Malaysian Institute of Accountants as the statutory body established under the Accountants Act 1967 to regulate the accountancy profession.